Um, sorry, I have to do it formally. We're here to interview Mr. Lawrence Tan, or is it Lau?
Yeah.
Any? Okay, about that. So, I just want to ask you first, why did you choose advertising
As a career?
as a career? Yeah, how did you end up with it?
Wow. Well, I graduated when Ninoy Aquino died.
Oh, really?
So there were not many jobs, and I had to go abroad. I worked abroad for a few years, and I got exposed to a lot of advertising. So when I came back to Manila, it seems to be a nice thing to do.
Thing to do.
It sounded exciting. A few of my friends were in advertising already,
Mm-hmm.
and so I applied in, I think, McCann Erickson,
Ah, really?
and then Saatchi. McCann rejected me because there were no jobs available then.
Mm-hmm.
That's after Ninoy died.
Yeah,
So then I joined Saatchi and Saatchi.
that's cool.
Yeah,
So,
it's a long time ago. 86, I think.
86.
You weren't
So
even
you've been,
born.
yeah. So you've been in the industry since 86.
85, oh, 86. I think so, yeah.
Okay. So you're in.
Curious to know how many years.
That's
Let's
about.
do 86.
It's about.
Anyway,
All right. So you're into the strategic management department.
no, I'm not. So that's 26 years in advertising. But I'm not in the strategic department. Let me explain that.
All right.
When we started advertising way back when, up to the probably mid 90s, it was just account servicing, media, and creative.
Okay.
Strategic planning or account planning is
Mm-hmm.
something invented probably in the early 90s to make up for to add additional services to the advertising agency
Mm-hmm.
profile. But then account service people who had to do everything, including strategic thinking and planning. So if you ask me if I'm a planner or a strategist, the answer is no. If you're asking me if I have experience in it, yes, to this day.
Ah, okay. So basically, can you
What's
give
the
us,
difference?
yeah, difference, brief
Okay, account
background?
service actually is really servicing the day-to-day requirements of the brand or the client.
Mm-hmm.
That includes managing their business, managing their budgets, implementations, etc. When you're an account planner, a brand planner, or a strategist, your job is actually to make sure that the brand strategies work. So what do? You do creative, no, you do strategic plans, you do strategies, you do communication plans, instead of doing, let's say, just uh, Red Horse Beer and managing its daily operations. I do Red Horse Beer probably once or two, three times a year. Think of the strategy for the year or the quarter, and then I move on to another brand.
Okay.
You're not exclusive to one brand. What your job is as an account planner is to plan the strategy or the communication or the messages that your client or brand should have for the year.
All right.
It takes a lot more steps. So your client will brief you first on what the brand is all about, what they want to achieve, who their target is, what their objectives are. You as an account planner have to refine that, translate that into something strategic and creative at the same time that can be translated into TV material, into a print ad, etc. Simplified.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think is the future in advertising?
Now,
Yeah, right now. What do you think?
it's the same, Paolo.
Mm-hmm.
It's in 26 years I've seen it change, but the change is probably in form and in organization and probably in the way things are done. But it goes back to very basic things. You're here to sell a product. You're here to communicate a message about your product or service, and it's really basically advertising. It's just that now you have digital, now you have um, all these computer post-production stuff.
Yeah.
You also have the convenience of client servicing via email, text, whatever.
Yeah.
We didn't have Facebook then.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah, when I was servicing Magnolia, then our main communication tool needed 3 10 centavo coins. That's a public phone, nothing else.
Really?
Yeah, we had no text, nothing.
So Facebook really changed how,
Not Facebook, digital.
yeah, digital
Digital has changed it.
advertising.
At the same time, the structure has changed also. It used to be just creative shops. Now you have media agencies doing ads. You also have networks doing ads. Iba-iba na. There are boutiques, there are big ads, ad agencies, etc.
So for the, let's say, for the future advertisers, what would you recommend? What kinds of skills should they develop?
Your skills,
Yeah, what kind
okay,
of training or
account
personality?
planning or account service or advertising in general.
Um, Account planning and advertising in general.
Okay, well, I think what you have to be very strong at, whether you become a writer, a director, an art director, an account planner, strategist, human relations. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
something you inevitably have to learn to deal with other people. But at the same time, what I find very valuable are insights that are based on the market. Okay, there's a difference between an advertising person saying I like Coca-Cola
Mm-hmm.
versus an advertising person who gets his insights from outside. Not research only, by observing, by walking around, by looking at people and say, you know, when I was in the Sari Sari store in Santa Cruz, they liked Coca-Cola. But they liked Coca-Cola because it came in this size bottle and they could sit down together for 30 minutes until the bottle was finished and enjoy the drink. You see the difference?
Yeah.
The difference is that's the crux of being an account planner, finding insights
Mm-hmm.
into behavior, into usage, into your product benefits, etc. Which means if you're joining advertising, be very target market conscious,
Yeah.
be very focused on what's happening in the world,
Mm-hmm.
be up to date.
Yeah.
I am not a techie person. I'm 50 years old, but I have a Twitter account, a Facebook account.
Yeah.
I'm downloading apps. You go with the times. So
Yeah.
even if I'm 50 years old, I know what, not I know, I have an idea of what the teen people are into.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm given a product that is for teenagers, I'm not caught flat-footed saying, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they like. So focus on what your market is all about. Get insights, learn what they do, their habits, everything. I think that is the key to a successful advertising person. So in touch with the world and their markets. Haba nun ah.
All right. So, what um what what is one of your biggest projects in advertising?
Now,
Yeah, right now. Or
now,
yeah,
just recently,
yeah, just recently.
we just finished Oktoberfest.
Oh, the San Miguel.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just finished the Oktoberfest. But that's not the biggest.
Mm.
But I mean, the latest is Oktoberfest. And I'm sorry, Paolo, I've done too many
Yeah, to I understand.
to
Yeah.
pinpoint a specific big account. But we've done campaigns for big brands, small brands, councilors, and presidents. We did a campaign of Noy Noy,
Oh,
the
really?
Daang Tuwid.
Wow, okay. I heard he has another. He got a lot of advertising agencies to
Yes, but at the end
pressure.
of the day, they all had to stop
Mm.
and they called us in to fix it.
Ah.
So when we came in, I think in the last quarter already, or in the last few months of his campaign, we had to do some strategy
Planning.
reformulations,
Oh.
and then we came out with the Down to Win campaign. to this day is, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't talk much about it.
Yeah,
We
I
also
understand.
handle several politicians,
Alright.
and I hope you guys vote. I'll
Yeah.
tell you who to vote later.
Okay. So, well, basically that's it.
That's it, no?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so,
Parang mas mahaba what Paolo said. Ay, what ano said.
Pat, no?
Yeah.
I think you covered most of it kasi most of these questions
Are repetitive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so,
if you want to know the difference, there's a question you missed.
how?
See, I remember. What's the difference between account planning and
And-
research?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. When you research, you find data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you get data from people, from everything, usage, habits, etc. The data the researcher gets will be summarized,
Mhm.
and there will be some recommendations. So if I'm researching, let's say, sanitary napkins,
Okay.
okay, something that's foreign to both of us.
Yeah.
So the research will tell me, I'm the account, I'm the researcher first. The research will tell me that they change their pads 3 times a day
Mhm.
during heavy days.
Yeah.
See, do you understand that?
Mm.
Not really.
Not really,
So
but-
they change their pads 3 times a day
Mhm.
during their heavy days. And their heavy days, they don't stay home. That's what the research told me.
Okay.
So now as an account planner, I see the data saying 3 times a day change, they cannot stay at home all the time. So I have to mine that research now. The research provides me the data. The account planner has to find insight. So if I look at 3 times a day and does not stay at home, you're looking at a product that needs to be convenient and safe. Convenient enough for you to change 3 times a day, and safe enough for you to go around during your happy days.
Yeah.
So my insight will be, let's say, Modest is for the woman who during even heavy days needs to be active. Okay, I send that out now to clients, they approve it, comes back to the agency, and maybe the translation badly translated and very, very uncreatively, it will be Modest for those on the go during heavy days. Then it makes sense. It's translated. The insight, the research is translated into an insight, and then strategically communicated through a creative line. There. See, I remember your question. I only
Thank you for
looked at it
reminding
once.
me.
Anything else?
No, well, basically that's it. So,
This your school is just here.
no, it's in Taft Avenue.
Yeah, it's not so far.
It's a bit far.
Your
Yeah.
school pa now?
No, I'm done now. Yeah. So, just to formally end this interview, so that ends our interview with Lawrence Stan. So, thank you.
And join advertising if you must. It
Yes,
should be
I
fun.
will.